Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sketchdom. My name is Jason Sketch, and I'm super excited to bring you guys more Marvel Champions content. Wow, it's been an incredibly crazy summer for me, and I've not been able to make any content all summer long, but I'm super excited to get to be back here with you guys to start making some content. Today, we're going to be starting the Fear No Evil campaign, and I am so very excited for it. I hope you guys are as well. I cannot wait to get started. We're going to be playing with Echo. We're starting off with her Recon deck. I've modified it a little bit by adding in a couple of cards that I think will bolster her defense and removing a couple cards that felt like they were extra. So don't be afraid to give me some of your thoughts about that, but I would love to hear what you guys think about Echo. I'm excited to try this campaign out. I'm going to be doing it in not an expert campaign, but I will be playing in with expert villains. So we'll just see how it all goes. Overall, I'm pretty stoked. It's been like a year since I've played a campaign, and I'm pretty excited to just test it out and see how things go. So, hope you guys are just as excited as I am. I know you're probably like, let's skip this part, let's get going, Jason. So, we'll jump on down to the table and check things out. Welcome down to the table, guys. Here we are. Super excited about it. I'm going to be using the rulebook quite a bit, trying to get some stuff set up, because I want to make sure I'm doing it right. So, first things first, we're going to choose at random 2 of these environments. So, there are 5 in total. So I have a D6. I will reroll any 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got to choose 2. 6 does not count. So 2. And 1, the first 2. All right. The rest of these are going to go back. Out of the way. And then what we do after that, my understanding is you choose 2 for the remaining campaign environments and draw 2 at random. There's only 1 remaining, draw it. In the campaign log progress, each scenario matching a drawn box environment by matching its first unmarked box. Okay, so the breakout gets a mark, and the art museum is going to get a mark. Okay. Players as a group choose any scenario to play that has not been completed or failed. So I can choose either of those 2. Man, so either I got the raft breakout or the heist. I got all these other options, right? But I don't want to lose because I didn't face these different areas. And so I like the idea, right? Because it makes it feel like that the heroes aren't able to get to everything. So we're going to go ahead and do... Let's see. I guess we get to pick, right? And I know the decision's kind of hard. Having done my first time, I think I don't want to deal with a raft breakout right away. So we will do the art museum. Let's give that one a shot. So we're going to do the art museum heist. Now we have to choose the underling that we're going to play with. There's 5 underlings here, so we'll do the same thing here. We're going to roll D6 and then re-roll any 6s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a 6 again. 6 again. Oh my gosh. Okay. 2. We will be facing Electro. Electro at the Heist Museum. Give me a few minutes, guys. I'm going to get everything shuffled and set up. But we're going to go ahead and write Electro next to the Art Heist Museum. That way I don't forget. And I will see you guys here shortly as things are shuffled up. Okay, I think I've got everything set up. We are at 17 minutes, so let's get things started. I'm super excited to get to play it. First things first, we've got get this guy set up. So find and encounter sets 4 art attachments and attach 1 at random to the villain. Shuffle the other 3 into the encounter deck. So what it says to do here as well. So the scenario includes 4 art pieces, each presented an art attachment. One of these art pieces chosen at random by stage 1A of the main scheme begins to play attachment to the villain. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a D8, so we don't have to re-roll anything, but it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, here we go. We got an 8, so it is going to be Stunning Landscape. It's going to be here as well. All right. After a card attaches to a character, stun that character. Find this encounter set. Definitely the other 3 in. So I understand it as I guess Electro's going to start off as stunned then. Right? That would make sense to me. Find the set 4's art attachment and attach 1 at random to the villain. Shuffle the other 3 into the encounter deck, which I have done. 4's response: after a card attaches to a character, stun that character. So I'm going to assume that Electro is stunned off right here at the beginning. As I'm learning, you guys tell me as well if I did that correctly or incorrectly. We also need to get a hit point die for Electro here, which is 17. So. Okay. When revealed, find the electric charge, attach it to Electro, and place 2 charge counters on it. He's got a 1 scheme into attack. Criminal and underling. Okay. Very cool. We're going to flip this up. Well. Alright. X is 1 more than the number of art attachments on the villain. Okay. So right now, if there's 0, the scheme's not going to go up. Interesting. Okay, cool. After an enemy makes an undefended attack against an identity, attach 1 art attachment to that identity to the villain. After an enemy makes an undefended attack against an identity, attach 1 art attachment on the identity to the villain. Okay. Cool. Set up. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each check mark in the campaign log beside Art Museum Heist. Now it's going to be 1 per player. I'm not playing expert campaign, so I'm not going to do the 2 threat. I'm going to do 1 threat, so it'll start off with 2 on it here at the beginning of the game. All right, I think that's everything. So now I can draw up to my hand size and get going. It's a lot to learn here, so I'm going to be moving a little bit slow, so bear with me on this, guys, but I'm pretty excited about playing Maya Lopez. So that's hand size of 6. This starts off as 1, and it's got the starting feature, so let's go right into my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I will say this, I have never played Maya Lopez, so I'm pretty excited about it. We're just going to have to see how this goes. Right now, I think I'm going to put Daredevil back here and draw 1 more card there for sure. Let's see. Cartography, exhaust this card, shuffle 1 aspect or basic event from your discard pile into your deck. That's a good card to have. Study the tape. Searching player's discard pile for 1 aspect event, 1 basic event, or 1 copy of photographic reflexes, and add that to your hand. Okay, so I think I'm going to drop the study the tape as well, and we're going to draw 2 more cards. Awesome. We got a genius and another army of 1. Okay. Interesting. All right. Practice makes perfect. When you change to hero form, search your deck for an aspect or basic event and add it to your hand. Okay, cool. So we're going to flip to hero form. We're going to look for an aspect or basic event. Anything I need to do in Alter Ego before I did all that? And that's an action that happens at any time. So let's see. Powerful punch is always fun. In harm's way. Deal X damage to an enemy and remove X threat from a scheme where X is equal to your defense. I like that. We'll try that out first. Okay. We have a hand size of 7 here. It'd be nice if we can play in harm's way. But I don't know if that's going to be the case because I need to get some defense stuff down too. So, then an army of 1 to play initiate reflexes. Gives me a +1 defense. I can spend another army of 1 to get armored vest down. Cartography feels like it's a good card. I also want to play in harm's way, right? I think I have a good chance to do some fun stuff with that right now. So I might end up doing that while I still can. Does deal X damage to an enemy and remove X threat from a scheme where X is your defense. I have a defense of 4 right now because of the armored vest and the initiate reflexes. We're just going to go ahead and mark them down like that because we know what that's like. We will spend the Genius and Cartography to play that. That does 3 damage here. Didn't come in with tough, which is nice. So it does 4 damage here, so it gets her down to 13. And it clears the main scheme here. Then I can put this underneath her. Tuck it. After a player plays an aspect or basic event, tuck that event under here. Not a forced response, just a response. Okay, cool. From that player's discard pile. Then if there are more than 3 tuck cards here, discard all 3 of those cards. Okay. I feel like it's a pretty strong start. I could be completely wrong. The stun feels crazy right off the beginning here, but it also feels nice. So we also can make a basic attack here too. So we may go ahead and pop for 2 more. Get her down to 11. Drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'll end this with Unflappable, Defensive Conditioning, which is really good. Muscle Memory. Exhaust this card. Add an event tucked under Echo to your hand. Really good. Get their attention. When an enemy initiates an attack, remove 3 threat from a scheme. Okay. And Study the Tape. Search the player's discard pile for 1 aspect event, 1 basic event, or 1 copy of photographic reflexes and add that card to your hand. All right. Cool. We got interesting things to do next turn. Threat's going to go back up by 2. Electro is stunned, so clear the stun here. I don't think I can, because they didn't initiate an attack, right? They were stunned, so the stun took care of that. Would attack, yep. And so I don't think get their attention will do its job there. That's okay. Then we get an encounter card. Counter card is Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side schemes in play, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side scheme is discarded. Reveal that side scheme. Okay, so we've already got some things happening. We got a side scheme right here. Police Cordon. Okay. Side scheme. Hinder 1. 1 per player. So that's going to add another one here. So this gets up to 4. Each police minion gains guard and patrol. Search, when revealed, search the encounter deck And discard pile for a police minion and reveal it. Okay. Gotta look for a police minion and reveal it. Oh man. There's two right there, but they both got quick strike. I'm trying to avoid that if I can. Not that I can't defend against it, just don't want to deal with quick strike if I don't have to. Let's see what else we got. The quick strike policeman. Okay, so they all have quick strike. So it's what, 2 or 2 here. So they're both 2. Either cop or crooked cop. That's interesting. All right. I guess I'll do a regular cop. It comes in with quick strike. I'm not exhausted, so I could defend it if I wanted to. It's just 2 damage. What do we want to do here? Get their attention can be played when an enemy initiates an attack. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. So I can at least clear 3 threat from either one of the schemes if I do that. And still take the damage, right? I think I'm going to go ahead and just take the 2 damage. So I'm at 7 health points. And then it's going to be my turn. So, it may feel strange, but I feel like it makes sense to me. We're going to spend, get their attention. Play an unflappable. And then we are going to spend muscle memory and study the tape. Play defensive conditioning. My defense is now up to 5. And I get plus 3 hit points, so I'm now at 10 hit points. Which feels really good. Now if I defend, it makes more sense. I can actually start drawing cards. I'm going to want to defend against Electro here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I have no more cards in my hand. Can't really do anything else. If I flip down these schemes and stuff, I don't really have time for that. You want to clear the 2 threat off the main, I think. I have to deal with the cop first before I can deal with Electro anyways. Because of this. Go ahead and clear 2 threat off the main for now. And then draw to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Best offense. Upgrade. Okay, it's temporary, so I can play it. Get +1 defense, and I can use that as part of my thwart my attack, which is actually super duper cool. I need to start do that next turn for sure. Then we got some photographic reflexes here and a superpower training. So not a bad little turn coming up. All right. First things first, threat's going to go up by 2 on the main scheme. Electro is going to attack for 2 plus a boost. When Electro attacks, remove 1 charge counter from here. Give Electro an additional boost card for this attack. Attack gains overkill. Okay. So, oh, and with patrol, I couldn't clear 2 off of here, so we would have cleared 2 off of here. That makes most sense. Yep. This should be at 4. All right. That's fine. We can contend with that next turn, I believe. Okay. I think I do want to defend against Electro's attack here because she's swinging for 2+2 boosts. I can defend for 5 and pop unflappable. So we'll defend for 5. After you defend against an enemy attack and take no damage. So it's 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I would have taken 2 points of damage from that attack. But I didn't take all 7. Holy smokes. Alright. I don't have anything that I can use right now. But I'm glad I defended, and I couldn't pop unflappable, so that's kind of disappointing, but that's okay. The cop is going to attack me for 2, so I gotta take 2 points of damage here. If I flip down, the cop's gonna start attacking Electro. But Electro then can scheme and get some other benefits there too that I don't need happening right now. So we get our encounter card, which is Exhaustion. Exhaust your identity card, and it searches. My identity card's already exhausted, so that's fine. Nowhere is safe. Place pursuit counter pursued by the past. Then, if there are any counters on it, discard an upgrade or support you control. Well, I don't want to get rid of any of my defense because I really like having this high defense right now. So we're gonna get rid of unflappable, unfortunately. Okay. Well, that was an interesting turn. I think I'm going to use photographic reflexes to play superpower training. Get 3 threat on that. I'm not going to do that. We will spend superpower training to get the best offense onto the table. You're then going to spend or discard. As it says, you may, if you're in hero form, you may discard a photographic reflexes from your hand. Play an event tucked under Echo as if it were from your hand. Reduce the cost to play this event by 2. You cannot trigger Echo's watch and learn ability for this event. So do that to play in harm's way, which should now be at 6, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we will spend, hold on to the energy, we'll spend another photographic reflexes for that. Cool. So, deal X damage to an enemy and remove X threat from a scheme. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do 6 damage to the cop. And clear 4 threat from the main. A really cool card. I kind of like that. And I like the way this is working out. We're going to hold on to the energy because I feel like that's going to be important. Or I can spin the energy. And get the stun landscape. But I really got to focus on defending at that point. But it prevents her from having to scheme. Do I need to flip down and recover is a big question. Honestly, I don't think I'd do at this juncture. I got a pretty high defense. If I flip down, though, I get the benefit of getting an extra card when I flip back up, plus getting an extra card. threat's gonna if I get the art right, the threat's just gonna go up by 1. Threat's gonna go up by 0. I've been putting too much threat on the main scheme. That's okay. I'm learning, so making it harder on myself more so than anything else. And it's not like it's really impacting the game because I'm still clearing the same amount of threat either way. So threat is going to go up by 1. But if I move it down here, take it, then she's only going to scheme for her little bit that she schemes, and I can get down and recover. So we will go ahead and spend this lightning resource to get this. This will stun Echo, but that is okay. Go ahead and flip down. Because what's going to happen is when she attacks, she can get it back and get stunned again as well. That is interesting, actually. I kind of like how that works. I really need to get that art piece that really makes me stalwart, which would be super helpful. So we'll get there. Can't recover right now, but I can recover next turn. So I think that was a good move. Ready back up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now one thing we do need to do is check this temporary last. How long does temporary last? And so I'm sure that the keyword is going to be at the beginning up here. The card with temporary must be discarded from play at the end of the round. Okay. So at the end of the phase, the end of the round. So it's going to be there through the villain phase. All right. So the threat's going to go up by 0 because there's no art attached to the villain right now. She's going to scheme for 1 plus a boost when she schemes. Place 1 charge counter on here. So she's going to scheme for whatever she's going to scheme for 1. Place 1 pursuit counter pursued by the past. Okay. Nice. That's not too bad. Our encounter card is Energy Overload. When revealed, if you have no cards with the printed lightning resource in your hand, this card gains Surge. Otherwise, for each card with a printed lightning resource in your hand, choose discard that card or stun a character you control. Dang it. Okay. So I guess I have to discard these 2 lightning resources that I have because of this card. I cannot re-stun Maya Lopez. So that really stinks because I was looking forward to this. Okay. Oh, and another ready right here has been nice too, so. Bummer. Alright. At least it's not surging, so. That's the nature of this game, is sometimes it's just crazy what all you can end up with. Alright. Okay, but it is my turn, so we're going to go ahead and recover for 3. Reason why we flip down. Flip back up. When we do go to flip to hero form, right? When you change the hero form, search your deck for an aspect or a basic event and add it to your hand. Which we could look for Army of 1. Say your deck specifically, or can I do my discard pile? Search your deck. Okay. So we can find an Army of 1 in here somewhere. This does go away. Do we have any Army of 1s left in here? Do not. Okay. No good way to ready right now. I have in my hand right now. I think I got really played down, minus getting some extra defense out there. If I get in harm's way, at least I can clear my stun, right? Not sure if I'm playing this right, but it's been very interesting so far. Yep, so we will spend these 3 cards. Let's save one of these best offenses. Spend these 3 cards. Put in harm's way. Play in harm's way, which clears our stun. Get our discard pile, and then we can tuck it underneath Echo here. All right. Draw to our hand size, which is now 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do get the Ronin upgrade, which I'm super excited for. As well as improvisation is really good too. And a strength can help us get that played down. And then it looks like we've got a pretty decent hand coming up, so I'm pretty excited for that. Threat's still going to go up by 0. The villain is going to attack me for 2 + 2 boost cards. I can either choose to defend or I can choose to make an attack. We're going to go ahead and if I don't defend, she gets stunned. I think defending is going to be good right now till further notice. So let's go ahead and defend for 5. Swings for 2. 3, 4, 5. So I take no damage. Awesome. Okay. It just feels weird that this is not going up more, but makes for an interesting time. We can get our encounter card, which is Flight Serum. Attached to a non-aerial enemy. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. So it attaches to Electro. Attached character gains Aerial. Hero action. Discard an attack event from your hand. Discard this card. Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright. Kind of annoying for Electro, for us, but that's not too terribly bad. So I got a pretty easy turn to my turn here. I can't really do much else. We're going to go ahead and play Running Down by spending the best offense to do that. Now at least we get a retaliate 1. We are at a stupid high defense of 6, which is kind of a lot of fun. And then we're going to get their attention. I guess I could have done that last turn and played that, but it's fine. And strength to play improvisation. After you play an event, if it has the following traits: attack, defense, or thwart, you get to do different fun things with it as well. So we're going to move that up here so we can see a little bit better. There's no exhaustion feature to it, which is nice. So we will ready Echo up and draw to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got a powerful punch, which is actually get 2 powerful punches, which is quite nice. What does Echo's Katana do? After you play an event, exhaust Echo's Katana, deal damage to the enemy equal to the event's printed cost. Then this attack gains piercing. Cool. The Katana needs to stay in our hand then, for sure. We've got to get back to dealing damage to Electro here. I love me some Powerful Punch, and Powerful Punch will become free photographic reflexes after it gets discarded. So that is kind of cool. Okay. So it's going to go up by 0. Electro is going to come in for an attack. Do we go ahead and play a Powerful Punch for now? Or just wait? We are going to defend for sure. Powerful Punch is always fun. Feel like we need to be able to save the money for Echo's Katana. So I think we don't do that. I think we just defend for now. For 2, 6. Electro's going to attack us for 2 boost cards. Because of the charge counters, which is now gone. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I take a point of damage. But so does she. She goes down to 10. Okay. Oh, and she would have attacked me for 1 more. So there's that. I forgot about the attack event thing. Okay. We get an encounter card. Under fire, reveal the top card of the encounter deck. And then the surge is actually new rules, so it goes there. All right. Raised by the Kingpin, which now this gets discarded. You cannot deal damage to Kingpin. When revealed, find Kingpin and put him into play and engage with you. Ugh, okay. Kingpin would attack the Mayas Lopez player. He schemes instead. Okay. After you thwart, place that threat here. If there's 4 or more threat here, remove this card from the game. Okay. Now we have the Kingpin to deal with. Less Electro. Alright. Tug of War. Treachery. When revealed, if you may spend 3 fixed resources to move an art attachment from the villain to your identity. Otherwise, move an art attachment from an identity to the villain, and this card gains Surge. She has no art, so I have to give her back this piece of art. That goes back to her. But she gets stunned. Because now it becomes attached to her. That's my understanding, right? Or just move and attach different. Now it becomes attached to them. I think I'm going to play it that way. If I am wrong, let me know. I feel like because it got moved to him, it's now attached to them, and when it becomes after this card attaches to a character, stun that character. So we're going to stun Electro, and it gains Surge. So here's another card, which is drawing nearer. Okay. After your turn begins, here we go. We got a lot of things going on right now. After your turn begins, discard the top card of your deck. Place 1 pursuit counter pursued by the past for each printed resource on that card, which is 1. Dadgummit. It's a really good card, too. If pursued by the past pops, it's not going to be that big of a deal. That means do we want to necessarily attack Kingpin right now? He's just going to come back out. Don't know yet. Okay. Well. Cannot deal damage to Kingpin while he's here. So we're going to have to do it to Electro anyways. We're going to go ahead and spend photographic reflexes and powerful punch. Play Echo's Katana. After you play an event, exhaust Echo's Katana and deal damage for the printed cost. Okay. Next, we are going to it's hard, right? Because if I try to clear threat now with in harm's way, it's not going to be much. Or Kingpin's going to raise it up quite a bit here this next turn. If I wait on in harm's way and clear a lot more off, But I can get 7 damage off, which either way I'm going to be able to get 7 damage off to Electro. I'm just going to have more threat that can deal with the raised by Kingpin situation. At this point, though, we'll be doing 9 points of damage. Let's see. 8 points of damage, 9 points of damage. We can almost get Electro down completely. Which is pretty crazy. To her next stage. We don't know what's going to happen at the next stage just yet. And if she gains Stalwart at the next stage, that's kind of a bummer. I think I will hold on to In Harm's Way. We're going to hold on to Photographic Reflexes. We're going to discard Powerful Punch to get rid of Flight Serum. That's the smartest move we can make right now. Threat's going to go up quite a bit this next turn. We can deal with that with In Harm's Way this next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well. Get an encounter card, and the rest of our cards shuffle into our deck. All right. What is the res? Exhaust the res and heal X damage from Myelopus, where X is the highest cost card underneath there. That's pretty cool. Also got another In Harm's Way in our hand. So we got some pretty interesting, fun things we can do. Kind of stinks that I can't play Powerful Punch for free. I can still play Powerful Punch, so we'll get some benefits for doing so. Okay. The threat's going to go up by 1 to 2. Electro is going to attack, but it's stunned, so cannot attack, so I can't pop Powerful Punch. That's all right. We can get the res down and do some other fun things. Kingpin's then going to scheme for 3 up to 5. It's good news because it lets me do some of the things this next turn that I'm hoping to do. So we get another encounter card. All right, we have a Crooked Cop who has Quick Strike and Vulnerable. The defeating player deals himself one face down encounter card. Okay. He's got 4 health points. Kingpin's got 6. Also got vulnerable. They got vulnerable when you defeat them. Do they go to the discard pile? Okay. I don't think so. I think that was just for certain characters in the Agents of Shield stuff. So I gotta keep looking up rules and learning things. All right. We're doing great though. Okay. We have another encounter card to deal with, which is Wanted. It's another obligation. Discard cards from the encounter deck until a police minion is discarded and put into play engage with you. Discard this card. Okay. So first off, the Cricket Cock did do 2 damage to me, but gets retaliate damaged. Then card this card. Okay. We have an acceleration token we have to contend with here. All right. A lot of crazy stuff happening right now. First thing first, the obligation is going to pop off. It is 1. This goes up to 4, which clears. Kingpin's already out, which is why I wasn't too worried about it. We're going to go ahead and put Master Manipulator out there. I'm going to reveal the find Kingpin and put him into play engage with you. He already is. The Kingpin cannot take damage. We already knew that. And he's got 2 threat per player on it. Okay. Next, the rest of the cards for Kingpin do get shuffled into the encounter deck. So, a lot of interesting things happening for this first round here. Got to deal with the museum. Okay. Get some stuff cleared up here because I think that's going to be our best bet. Forgot that I had the powerful punch in my hand. If I did that on the Crooked Cop, I would have had another face down encounter card to deal with. So I think we can save that for now. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is this. So we're going to spend discard. So you're in hero form, you can discard photographic resources from your hand and play an event tucked under Echo as if it were in your hand. Reduce the cost to play that event by 2. All right, so we're going to play it in harm's way. From tucked underneath. I guess we're going to spend think I have like one more resource here, but we'll spend Powerful Punch to do that, I think. You want to do that? I think Powerful Punch is going to be helpful. We'll spend Photographic Reflexes to do that. Deal X damage to an enemy and remove X threat from a scheme. So we're going to go ahead and take out this Crooked Cop. Clear 5 threat from here. Which then goes over here. And this clears. And is removed from the game. That deals with 1 obligation. Then we're going to do a regular... well, hold on. After you do play an event, exhaust Echo's Katana. Deal damage to an enemy equal to that event's printed cost. We can do 3 damage here to Electro to get her down to 7. After you play an event, if it has the following traits: attack, heal 1 damage. And then thwart, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So I can't deal it to Kingpin right now because of the Master Manipulator, but I can deal it here, so she goes down to 6. Feels pretty good. Then we're going to go ahead and save Powerful Punch. We'll spin in Harm's Way to play the reds. Get it onto the table. We'll clear 2 threat from Master Manipulator. That leaves us with Kingpin and Electro to contend with. Not a bad turn. Let's ready up. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Okay. Threat goes up by 1. Electro is going to attack for 2 plus a boost. Do I defend right now, or do I just take the hit? And play Powerful Punch and deal damage, or I can play Get Their Attention. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, Electro's going to initiate an attack. We're going to spend Strength, play Get Their Attention. When an enemy initiates an attack, remove 3 threat from a scheme. So, we will clear 3 threat from here. And we will do 2 damage here. Or do we want to do it to Kingpin? He's going to be a problem. He keeps adding threat up here. So do that there. Then Electro is going to attack. We'll go ahead and defend for 6. Things for 2. 3, 4. We take no damage. She takes a point of damage. Down to 5. For the retaliate. I forgot about this acceleration token, so this should be at 2. Then Kingpin's going to scheme for 3, so this will be at 5. Okay. We got to deal with threat here soon. Okay. It is my turn. We got this part, though, I think. Heal 1 damage, so we should be up at 7. It's not an attack, though, is it? It's a defense and a thwart. So remove... Oh, good. We have to remove 1 threat. And deal 1 damage to an enemy, which we then would bring him down to 3. Awesome. Okay. Not bad. We need our encounter card, which is Art Thief. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for an art attachment. Attach it to the villain. If you cannot, move an art attachment from an identity to the villain. Okay. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for an art attachment and attach it to the villain. All right. Where's this one that they promised that gives Stalwart? Like to go ahead and add that. There you go. You have Stalwart now. Okay. We have a Art Thief that has 3 health points. All right. Okay. First things first. Drawing near is going to pop for 1. I'm waiting for that standalone for a minute. Okay. I can't do anything up right now. If I flip down, we're actually in a lot of trouble. With all the scheming. So that's a bad idea. Can't play in harm's way right now. I don't have a wild resource in my hand. I can't exhaust Echo currently. Discard cards from the encounter deck until a police minion is discarded and put that minion into play. Engage with you. Discard this card. I don't really want to deal with the police minion right now. I feel like that's a bad idea. I could spend a lightning resource and get stunned. At least gives me 1 art piece. I won't be able to make an attack. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, so. Let's drop to our hand size. Okay. And we'll ready up. It's going to go up to 6. Electro is going to initiate an attack. We're going to use photographic reflexes to get their attention for free. That should clear 3 threat from here. We'll pop Echo's Katana, getting Kingpin down to 1. And then we're going, oh yeah, and then it's a defense and thwart event. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. And deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we'll go ahead and take out Kingpin. Okay. Did I move threat up by 3? And went up to 6. I think I should have 1 more. Should be at 3 right now. So we will go ahead and spend both the powerful punches to play, get their attention. To do that again. So, and we'll clear 3 threats. Remove 1 threat from a scheme, which I can't do. This gets tucked underneath here. And then deal 1 damage to an enemy. Do I do it to the Art Thief? So I can kill the Art Thief off just because it's going to be annoying? I think so. We got 2 health points left. Electro is going to attack me. I will go ahead and choose to defend for 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Electro attacks for 2. 3. I take no damage. She takes a point of damage from Retaliate. I'm going to move this up here so I can remember to do that later. I always forget. Then Art Thief is going to attack me for 2. My health down to 4. So I have to flip down and recover. I think is going to be a wise decision this next turn. So gonna hope for the best here. Counter card. Chain Lightning. Each character you control, choose exhaust that character or deal 1 damage to that character. 3 damage instead if there are any charge counters on the electric charge. Remove 1 charge counter from electric charge. Awesome. So I just take a point of damage. Okay. That's crazy. All right. What a wild turn. It's my turn. We have an In Harm's Way in our hand. We can't do much else right now. Drawing Near is going to pop off. This is going to go to 2. Okay, we got to get dealing with that here soon. If I stay up, Art Thief would have taken a point of damage. 1, 2, 3. So I've got a few more in my deck. I just don't know which one, if I have a likelihood of drawing it or not. I could ditch this card. I don't like ditching this card, but I could ditch this card. Draw 5 cards and hope that we get one. I think that's going to be my best bet right now. If I flip down and recover, that's going to go pretty crazy right now. Because it'll go up by 3, 4, 5. We should be able to just scheme for 4, and that could cost me the game. So, we're not going to do that. So, we'll stay up and hope for the best here. We do have a pretty high defense, so at least we can take an attack from the Art Thief if we have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We did not end up with what I was hoping for, but at least we can still play that. And we're not in a bad spot. We're not in a bad spot at all. Okay. So, still would like a wild resource. For if I can exhaust and get this, that's going to make the game very different. So first things first. Threat's going to go up by 3. Electro is going to attack for 2 plus a boost. We will defend for 6. But we're also going to spend our energy to play Get Their Attention. When an enemy initiates an attack, remove 3 threat. It's a defense, so remove 1 threat from a scheme. I don't have a scheme to do that from. And then also a thwart, so deal 1 damage to an enemy. We'll go ahead and do that to the Art Thief and get him removed. Okay. This would get discarded, but we'll go ahead and put it underneath here for later. I am still defending. So, defend for 6. He attacks for 2 plus 0. So I take no damage. But she does take a point of retaliate damage. Getting her down to 3. Earlier we played that card, so Echo's Katana also goes off, so it gets her down to 1. Okay, that is nice. Then we get an encounter card, which is a Kingpin's Henchman. Guard, Kingpin cannot take damage, so we got to take care of him before Kingpin can take damage. Good news is Kingpin's not out, but I can't attack Electro until that guy is dead. So that is okay. It's my turn. I think we're going to spend the best offense to play Army of 1, which readies my hero. Go to the discard pile, but then it gets tucked underneath here. Now we're at 3, so we have to start following these rules here as we reach 3, but did ready me. Threat is still a very scary thing. But let's go ahead and get the Inspiring Exhaust. and attach this to us to gain Stalwart. So I like that. Wish I was able to hold on to the lightning resource. I was unable to do that. This did go to 3. I forgot about this obligation, which means we lost the photographic reflexes. Okay. Kingpin will come back out if we don't flip down and deal with it and contend with this. At the same time, are we scared about getting schemed at this point? 2, 3. I don't think so. I'm not worried about scheming out. So we're going to flip down. We're going to use the res to heal up by 2 to get to 5. We're going to discard Study the Tape. Get rid of this obligation. Hopefully we're not dealing with Kingpin anytime soon. All right, let's ready everything back up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Oh, good. And American Sign Language. Photography's back. Flappable's back. And we got a powerful punch. Okay. Threat's going to go up by 2. Electro is going to scheme for 1 plus a boost. 2 plus a boost. 2. It's empty. There's nothing on it. So this goes to 4. We get a charge counter honor. Henchman schemes for 1. Encounter card is charging up. Place 3 charge counters on electric charge when defeated. Okay. But then she gets +1 boost every single time she does stuff too. So that's something to think about as well. Okay. Wow. Charge counters aren't as bad if you get that cleared. So let's see if we can make that happen. We don't have the cards in our hand to do so right now. It is our turn. We're going to go ahead and use the res to heal for another 2 to get us back up to 7. Which makes me feel a lot better health-wise. Okay. Do I want to recover for 3? But I want to come up and just take out that henchman. Tough call. I know I want to get American Sign Language onto the table. So we're going to spend these 2. Get American Sign Language onto the table because we need that wild resource for event cards. If I recover now, I can still do some pretty neat stuff. And take out that henchman without. So yeah, we're going to recover for 3, getting us up to 10. We'll flip up. It will use. Oh yeah, we'll get to find a event in our. Awesome, glad that worked out. Stuff, which is good news. We're going to use Army of 1. We're going to get cartography onto the table. I think that's going to be a wise move. Exhaust this card. Shuffle 1 aspect or basic event from your discard pile into your deck. If you're in alter ego form, draw a card. So I was already flipped up. But I'm going to go ahead and do that and shuffle in Army of 1 back in here. Did I want to do that? Because I just forgot that I had American Sign Language down. If I had American Sign Language down, I could play that Army of 1 that I just drew and ready twice and done some pretty neat stuff. So let's actually pull that Army of 1 back out. Spend a photographic reflexes to do that. Here we go. And then exhaust this card, shuffle 1 aspect or basic event card from your discard pile back into your deck. And we will shuffle back in. Not yet. Because what we'll do, instead of doing that, we're going to play use American Sign Language to play Army of 1. We're ready back up. We will then go ahead and use that to pop Echo's Katana. And do a point of damage to Electro. We'll move Electro to the next stage. Okay, good. This is good. Okay. So we have 20 health. Pretty scary looking. After Electro schemes, place 2 charge counters on electric charge. When reveal, place 3 per player charge counters on electric charge. So it's up to 4 right now. Okay, good. Wonderful. Can we do this? I think so. We're doing great. So now we can go ahead and this counts as an attack, so that won't go through to Electro. Dadgummit. That's okay. We're learning things, so put him down to 3 instead. Get 1. Still okay. We can clear 2 threat from the main. We can attack him for 2. Yes. We're going to go ahead and attack him for 2. Gets him down to 1. We use cartography, get army of 1 back into here. All right. I need to hold on to my photographic reflexes because it's going to be an important card to deal with next. I don't think I will attack him for 2. I think I'll just clear 2 threat from here, getting this down to 3. I think that's my best bet. Here we go. Yes. Okay. Ready everything else back up. Go to our hand size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bad, not bad, not bad. All right, all right, all right. That's going to go up by 2. Electro's going to initiate an attack. We will discard photographic reflexes to play Get Their Attention. Enemy initiates an attack. Remove 3 threat. This down to 2. From a scheme. It is a defense, so it removes 1 threat from a scheme. Down to 1. And it deals 1 damage to an enemy. So we'll go ahead and do 1 damage here. Go ahead and pop the katana. And since this is equals 2, it will take out the henchman. I don't deal with this henchman anymore. Yay! Alright. Electro is choosing to attack us. We're going to go ahead and defend for 6. We get 2 encounter cards on here. Things for, and then we get an extra boost as well from that. So 2, 3. That's annoying. That's going to move up here. 4, 5. I took no damage. But now she's going to go down to stage 3 with 20 health points. Place 3 charge counters per player. All right. Cool beans. Because they retaliate damage. I'd really like to be able to just take her out if I can. I don't have powerful punch in my hand currently. That's fine. What else am I looking at here? So she's moved on up. We're going to go ahead and get our encounter card. It is Tug of War. You may spend 3 fifths resources to move an art attachment from the villain to your identity. Otherwise, move an art attachment from the identity to the villain And this card gains Surge. So I have no fist resources in my hand. So the card's just going to gain Surge, I guess. Mr. Fish. Minion, Magia. Mr. Fish attacks, gain piercing, and range. When revealed, Mr. Fish engages the player whose identity has the fewest remaining hit points. That's me. Okay. Well, we've got stuff to do. It's my turn. We can get Daredevil onto the table, but then that ruins Ronin there. But it does become a blocker, and he can get some stuff done for me while he's here. I'm going to go ahead and play Study the Tape to get a photographic reflexes back to my hand. Shuffle one aspect or basic event card from your discard pile into your deck. Yeah, that's just still a good thing to do. Tension's always nice. Powerful Punch would be helpful. You're not an event. In Arm's Way is a fantastic card. So shuffle that back in here. Got to get an extra encounter card again. I'm going to use photographic reflexes to ready up. By playing Army of One. Unfortunately, I don't get a chance to do any other benefits off of it, but you can still make an attack or clear some threat. And getting rid of Mr. Fish is going to be important right now. So we're going to attack Mr. Fish for 2. We can use American Sign Language or Daredevil, I guess. Doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and spin Daredevil. Play Army of One. Ready back up. We'll exhaust. Get this artwork attached to us. Make us stalwart. I might just play that from my hand, so this one gets to go up here. Exciting. Okay. Hold on to this genius, because it's going to be important for the next turn. Ready everything else back up. Go to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hey, the best offense came into our hand, though. That is clutch. Awesome. Counter card. Shuffle. Echo's been very interesting, for sure. All right. I think I'm learning a lot too, right? So this has been a learning round as well. Ooh, Mr. Fish can still attack me though. That's gonna stink. Okay. All right. First things first, threat is gonna go up by 2. So we were at 1. It's gonna go up to 3. Yes. Um, don't have a photographic reflexes in my hands. That's okay. Electro is going to attack me for 2 plus 2 boost cards. Goes down to 2. And that is plus 2 on each boost card here. I am going to go ahead and defend for 6. Have anything I can do right now? Not really. Okay. So I'm defending for 6. She swings for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I defended for 6, so I get to defend, take just 4 damage. Takes a point of retaliate damage. Down to 19. Mr. Fish is going to attack me for 2. I take 2 points of damage. And he's going to get the pottery attached to him. And a point of retaliate damage. We get our encounter cards. First encounter card is each nemesis minion in play activates against you. If no minions activate this way, place 3 pursuit counters on Pursued by the Past. That does pop Pursued by the Past. Pursued by the Past makes it very clear that after you flip to this side, search for your nemesis minion and reveal it. Search the set aside area for your nemesis scheme and reveal it. Shuffle the remaining set aside nemesis cards into your deck. So you're just going to be finding Kingpin and bringing Kingpin out. So it's pretty wild. Okay. Then Pawn of the Kingpin. When revealed, deal damage to a hero equal to your hero's attack. Okay, cool. So 2 damage to myself. I'm gonna have to flip down and recover. This really stinks. What are we gonna do here? Okay. I mean, an army of one's gonna be helpful, and we can hold on to best defense. So I think we use. Man, because we got to get rid of we got to clear that main scheme. Carding up is such an annoying card right now, actually. More annoying than I thought it would be. We're going to use American Sign Language and Genius to play In Harm's Way. Deal X damage to an enemy and remove X threat from a scheme, where X is equal to your defense. So I think I got to get rid of Kingpin for 6. And then go ahead and get rid of Charging Up. Well, adds 3 more here. This gets us up to 5. Like a swing like 10 like that is too much to deal with right now. And Harm's Way is going to go underneath here. We will then spend Muscle Memory to play Army of 1. We're ready. Before we did that, In Harm's Way would have also had a benefit there. So the attack lets me heal for 1, which is me up to 3. That's nice. And the thwart, we deal 1 damage to an enemy. We'll take out Mr. Fish and gain this art piece. Okay. Played Army 1 to ready up. Still don't want to deal with that cop. Clear 2 threat. Get down to 1. Now, if I flip down, it's going to go up to 3, and she's going to scheme for 2 plus a boost. So it's going to be really 3 plus a boost. So she'll need 6 to make that happen. That'll be a crazy draw if she gets up to 6. So I think I am going to go ahead and flip down. And recover for 3 to get back up to 6. Is it worth shuffling in Army of 1 right now? Not necessarily. Echo's Katana didn't go off when I played In Harm's Way. So I'll go ahead and have that. You get her down to 16. Which is nice. Okay. Draw. And ready anything up and draw. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think we got her. We just got to survive this round. So the threat's going to go up by 2 to 3. He's going to scheme for 3 plus a boost. 6. Oh no, are you kidding me? Oh man, and that does put us right at game. Dadgummit. Oh my gosh, Whiplash, you're killing me. Look at that. 3 boosts. Oh my gosh. But if I'd stayed up, I would have been attacked for 5, 6, 7. I would have taken 1 point of damage and probably been able to be okay. That's crazy. All right. Well, we lost the game, so now we got to figure out what we need to do here. All right, defeat. Go to campaign setup on page 9. Okay, shuffling. So yeah, I think you just start over and you don't lose necessarily. You just get another round to try to do it, and so that's crazy. I was finally kind of getting some momentum there. Um, we did lose that first round, so that is going to make an impact for the rest of the stuff because it's not necessarily you didn't fail the scenario, right? If you lose, doesn't mean you fail. You still have 2 more tries, essentially 1 more try. I can try it again next turn if I want to. That's wild, dude. Okay. That's my understanding. Is I got to keep trying again. I just lost. And that was a fluke, man. Like, if I had drawn any other card, we probably wouldn't have been okay. So, I'm not overly worried about it. That was a good game. I think I learned a lot about Echo, and I learned a lot about Electro as well. And so, and the art heist, I think I learned a lot there too. So, I'm excited to try it again later. We're going to see how everything shakes out this next round. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Jason Sketch, and next time I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.